We know Soundpeats from their very affordable but very good, amazing sounding true wireless headphones, either earbuds or in-ears. But this time around I have something new. OverEars from Soundpeats, the Soundpeats Space. So I will do a quick unboxing and review. So let's get started. So the Soundpeats Space come in this pretty large kind of package. These for Soundpeats, the typical Soundpeats logo that you can see here, and space on the bottom right. And here you can see the slogan, "Hear Your Imagination, Soundpeats." And then on the back we have like a presentation of the headphone itself and some data there as well, like wireless headset, of course, Bluetooth 5.3 is supported here, frequency response range 20 Hz to 20 kHz, maximum working distance 10 meter, and playtime, look at this, over 100 hours, 123 hours. And for able to achieve such a high playtime, we have a very high battery capacity for a headset, 1000 milliampere hours there. And you can see a little bit more of data. Let's take a look inside of the box. Inside of the box you will find the headphones themselves. I have the white version here, there's also a black version available, and we have this nice foam, by the way, also on the other side of this package. And by the way, I missed this here, we have a 40mm dynamic driver, hybrid active noise cancellation is also there, and of course the 123 hours playtime, which is fantastic. Underneath this we have not a case sadly, but we have another box here with some quick instructions on how to pair them, and you can see it lurking there. Of course we have also a USB Type-C cable. Let's check this out by just opening this up. So this is what comes included. So we have this USB A to C cable, and then we have some instructions there as well. And then we also have a 3.5mm jack there, because when we take a look at the headphones themselves, yes, they also have the possibility to be used passively with this 3.5mm jack. Let's take a look around at the device. So we have those two ear cups here. Talking about the 3.5mm jack, we have here the plug, so you can plug it in here. And yes, you can use it without any power then, which is quite cool. We have the power button here, and we have the volume rocker there. We have some microphone holes, as it seems here. We have an LED that indicates if it's running right now. Right now it's connected to something. And then we have USB Type-C for charging, and we have an ANC or pass-through button, because yes, we have of course noise cancellation here, automatic noise cancellation, as well as voice or pass-through mode, where you can hear voices a little bit better. This is quite good. Now let's take a look at the cups themselves. You can see the Soundpeats logo there prominently. It is made out of plastic, everything here. It feels lightweight, which is nice. Not too heavy for sure. Let's take a look at the ear cups there. What is quite interesting is that we have left and right indicators printed very largely here, which is quite nice. We have nice soft foam here that feels high quality, I have to say. So it's not as fluffy as some of the more expensive, more fluffy ones, but this one is very, very comfortable. You don't feel it at all, especially because you don't only have the foam here, you also have it here on the headband, as you can see, which is quite nice. So very, very soft. And yeah, here we can see also this is like not made out of plastic here. That is like a little bit of cloth going on here. The sides are made out of plastic, but it looks like inside it feels like metal there, which is nice. So you have the possibility to adjust it to your head the way you like it, which is quite good there on both sides, of course. And yeah, you can adjust them a little bit, as you can see here. And what you can see, it's not much. It's just this one here you can adjust like this to lay it flat like this. But in the other direction, you can see this is like straight, and then I can turn it a little bit only. So there's not too much of the possibility to change it, but you can adjust the ear cups freely like this as well, which is quite nice. So I will put it on now and I will show you how it will look like. So here they are, and as you can see here, also what I forgot is you can also, if you want to make them compact, fold them like this to fit them in somewhere. Or just like others that have the possibility to like be twisted here 90%, 90 degrees actually, is that you can put them like this in in a case or something like this. This is like one of the negative points, I would say. There's no case included, not even like a cloth where you can put them in. So you have to wear them like this. Nevertheless, I have the white version here, which I pretty like, and let's put them on. And already I hear you muffled, which is quite interesting. Probably I pressed one of the buttons here. Now I'm in normal mode. Now I hear myself a little bit more. So this was the ANC mode actually. Very, very comfortable. They fit my ear, so you can see my ear size roughly. So no issues there at all. Maybe for some people with a little bit of bigger ears, it might be not enough space. The inside here has also some kind of foam there, which might influence the sound quality a little bit there. And also when you don't have enough space here for your ears, this foam might like help that it's not rubbing against plastic, your ears, your inside of your ears. Otherwise, like, feels pretty good. Very comfortable, especially also with the headband. And yeah, 123 hours playtime. I was wearing them actually for a whole work day because I have like lots of team sessions and so on, and listening to music to motivate myself for work and so on. Whole work day without issues, like 8 hours, no issues at all. Didn't take them off at all. You, of course, if you have like such thing over your head, you will have like a special new hairstyle then afterwards, but they're very comfortable. You don't have any pressure on my ears, no issues at all, not on the top here, or you don't get any headache or something like this that I had already previously with some other headphones there for sure. So this is pretty comfortable. I also like the possibility to reach all the controls. You don't have like those slide and swipe buttons that swipe gestures that will work maybe at home, but when you're outside, it's wet, it's raining or something like this, you have wet fingers or something, it's not working at all. Real buttons are very good. Of course, you can hear the buttons when you like rub here against or press the buttons, you will hear it. It's just like, but it's the same when I do this or that on other headphones as well. You will hear it as well. So we have the buttons, nice clicky tactile buttons, and they do pretty various things here. And they have, like Soundpeats product, always have very good control. So I have the main on-off button here, which is like the small kind of button. And this smallish kind of button I can press to turn it on. I can press and hold when I'm turning it on to go directly into pair mode, which of course, if you didn't pair it before, allows you to pair them. Then we have the volume rocker that's actually also very clever, because if you press once, it will go down and up with the volume. If you press and hold, however, it will go to the next track or will go to the previous track, which is also quite nice. Then the ANC button has, I call it just ANC button, it's the ANC switch mode, so it will switch between ANC mode. It will switch between pass-through mode and between off. So everything would be then off, which is also quite nice. And there's a specialty, because I think it was this button. If you press and, no, if you triple tap the, not press and hold, this is like confusing, but if you triple tap the power button here, 1, 2, 3, it will go into a special mode called game mode with low latencies. Yes, you can use this also for gaming with a low latency that allows users that are playing first-person shooters or something like this to have like a very low latency, so that when you're shooting, you're hearing it basically almost instantly. I think it's around 100 milliseconds here, or even below 100 milliseconds. So very fast indeed. No issues with this. If you exit game mode, you get a little bit of higher quality. We only have here SBC and AAC codec, but they are very well implemented. Be honest, if you have like good headphones, AAC is enough. Of course, LDAC and some higher codecs for very high resolution audio might be also very, very handy. But come on, this here is like, I think, under 80 euros right now. So what do you expect from such a pair of headphones? This is definitely very, very good in terms of comfort fit wise, and also the comfort in terms of like control wise. Very well done, Soundpeats. Soundpeats also has an app, so let's check this out. If you open up the app for the first time, it asks you to connect your Soundpeats headphones, and if you did this already, should be able to find it then. And there we go, Soundpeats Space, as you can see. And yeah, we have the options to configure stuff here, like we have volume control, we have adaptive EQ that we can turn on, and we have the various different equalizer options that we have here. So if you like a little bit more bass, you can go in here and choose bass boost, for example, or if you don't like so much bass reduction, electronic, and so on. So we have various different options that we can choose here, which is quite nice. And then we have custom equalizer. So we have also, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 band equalizer here that we can use to customize our sound. We have noise reduction. We can switch between those various different options like normal mode, transparent mode, and ANC mode here. And yeah, we can press and hold the headphone button, the noise cancellation button, to switch between all of those. We have the game mode that we can turn on, and we have dual device connection. Yes, this device also allows dual device connection. However, pulling a connection is not working. At least it didn't work for me. I'm not sure if this is an issue, because I think the true wireless IEMs from Soundpeats have this feature, but I had to like go into pairing mode with this one. Otherwise, it's working quite fine, and I like the battery life, like 123 hours. I really couldn't get it run empty like after a week of testing, so it's like completely charged up. Still, you can see 92% there after a week of testing, with like 2 or 3 days where I really was like using it for 8 hours straight on, which is quite impressive for this kind of headphone. So what do you think about this one here? The app is a bit rough. If you can see here, it's not optimized for tablets or for foldable phones, but I thought I showed you here this because it's like a lot larger, easier to show. And it's a simple and basic app. I think it also has like some possibility to have a firmware update. Yeah, here you have to upgrade firmware, and there you can upgrade the firmware, but you can see your hardware is already the latest version, so I don't have to update this. And yeah, you can get message Soundpeats as well if you want to, and you have to log in. So yes, this is necessary in order to use this application. Let's talk about the sound. A very, very important thing, I think, for headphones that you usually want to hear sound with them. They sound fantastic for the price, I have to say. They have not the typical V shape that you usually have. They have a very mid kind of centric sound signature, I would say. I would almost say it is neutral, because we have a little bit of bass, but we have definitely this mid kind of centric there, and then the highs are also climbing up then again and going a bit down there as well. The bass is also like rolling off, so you don't get the super deep punch and hump there by default. But, and that's the cool thing, we have an app, and this app allows us to choose between different sound profiles. So if you don't like the normal profile, then we can just simply switch to a bass boost profile that gives us much more bass than mid. So you have like the more kind of, let's say, Sony kind of sound, where you have like a very warm kind of sound. This one here is very, by default, very vocal heavy and tuned for vocals. I think it has something to do with where it's coming from and what kind of music is listened to there. Like it's more like K-pop, J-pop, Asian pop, where like lots of female voices are like emphasized for sure. And this is what you get with this. It sounds very fresh, I have to say, but there is a slight difference when you hear them through Bluetooth, which uses the inbuilt DSP chip in here, or you're like plugging them in via the headphone jack. So there is a different kind of sound signature, but what I was describing with very mid-centric, when you plug in it via the headphone jack, it becomes even more obvious. So the bass is like a little bit too recessed for my opinion then if you have them passively plugged in via the 3.5mm headphone jack there. By the way, great that we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. That means like we can just also exchange this one to one with a microphone, because this cable that comes included doesn't have a microphone jack there, and if you want to use it passively you don't get a mic. But yeah, that's one interesting thing there. Otherwise, they sound good with the DSP chip. I think there's some kind of like issues sometimes. Left and right channels, I think, are swapped when you are having the cable plugged in. I have to recheck this again, but this is something that you have to be aware of, that in Bluetooth mode they sound a lot better. By default, they don't have like this mids are a bit recessed and the bass is a little bit more up there, so you feel a little bit more of the bass. Is a bit more neutral tuned, I would say. And when you have them like passively, then we have a little bit more of this mids there, so you have to use your smartphones or music players equalizer to get the bass a little bit up there, maybe the mids a bit down, to have it sounding like when you are using them with the DSP, so in Bluetooth mode. Otherwise, they sound great, I have to say, for the price especially. It's not the typical, like I said, very bass heavy and high heavy sound. It's more mid-centric sound that I really, really like. And for this price point, it's very, very cool what you get here with the Soundpeats. When it comes to the microphones, also quite interesting, because of course in Bluetooth mode we can use the microphones for calling as well, and it works okay, I would say. I think I heard already better, especially on the true wireless InEars from Soundpeats. They had a little bit better microphones there, I think, but those are not bad. For headphones, they are not bad. Sometimes in team calls and so, and when I was like recording something, I think the background noises are a bit too much here and there. So the ENC, so electronic noise cancellation for the surrounding stuff around you, could be a little bit better here. I think the true wireless in-ears from Soundpeats are working a bit better in terms of microphones, but listen for yourself here. This is now recording with the Soundpeats Space. I have them on here, as you can see. I think only one of those microphones is actually picking up my sound. I'm not sure how good it is picking up the sound. I had some issues on my laptop where it was like peaking all the time, so I had to like put the volume way down there. Otherwise, I hope this AGC here on my smartphone, I'm using the Honor Magic 5 Pro for this recording, is working fine. I think the sound clarity and the volume is okay. But I'm not so sure about like if you're outside and outside noise. Wind noise is definitely filtering out. There's some ENC there as well, so electronic noise cancellation for outside noises, surrounding noises. But I think I heard already better. But we have to see. It is like 80 euros here. Maybe my expectations, I'm comparing them with like 300 euros kind of set, which is like, of course, it's better because it's 300 euros there, and it's just 80 euros. And for 80 euros, the sound quality is top notch here. Also in terms of microphone, what do you think? Okay, one last thing that we have to talk about is ANC and transparency mode. And this surprised me because I was not expecting much here. I had already some other headphones also in this same kind of price region, under 100 euros, where ANC was there, it was there and it really did something, but it was not like, okay, it's like my Sony XM3s that I had a few years ago. It was not like this, like a wow factor there. These actually wowed me in this case, where the ANC was working very well in suppressing all the noises. I even got like, the only downside maybe, I even got like a little bit of a cabin pressure kind of feeling there. Sometimes, but it might be like very subjective to me. Otherwise, I think 35 dB they can cancel out, and this is pretty much on par with some in-ear noise cancelling headphones that I also have, and very impressive, I have to say. Also, I was not so disappointed. Usually it's like very hissy, and you have lots and lots of this harsh kind of noises when you have transparency mode on. Those don't have this. Transparency are okay for this price point. It's not competing against the high-class XM4s or some other very expensive ones, but I think it's a typical mid-range kind of ANC. That surprised me with the transparency being okay, better than I was expecting, basically saying like this. So these are pretty good yeah, over-the-ear headphones that I really like, and I had others as well, like more premium ones, also under 100 euros, that felt a little bit more premium, came with a case and such things, but they never wowed me in terms of sound, and they had some quirks and issues with like the controls, and those here don't have this. This is why I would like really recommend them for those people who are searching for a beta headphone, for example, or really something that they can use every day. Just take them with them, use them because of the battery life being so good for the whole day, for a whole working day. Just blend out all your surroundings, concentrate on your work, have meetings with them as well, which is quite nice. Together with the long battery life, with the very fast charging that I didn't mention yet, but in a few minutes you can charge it and listen then for hours again, like 5 hours podcast, no issues after like, I don't know, 10 minutes charge or something like this. Very good headphones here. The Soundpeats Space, I can highly recommend them to you. And of course I will put the link down below so you can take a look at them as well, and maybe you find a little bit of better deal there as well for them in terms of price point. But those are a highly recommended pair of headphones here on my channel, and I will keep using them for sure, especially for my work. I could imagine like being them very useful, as I used them a few days already. And yeah, that's everything for this video. If you have some questions, you can ask them down in the comment section. Otherwise, until the next time, bye.